Now, about 8 months ago, I don't know if you remember, but I went through all of my kitchen cabinets. However, the other day I went in here to get some chocolate spread out and found that actually there were a few jars of chocolate spread out of date, like that. So I thought it would be time to go back through all my kitchen cabinets as it was 8 months ago and just see what is in date and what is now expired and can go. There might be a few teas up there that need to be got rid of. The baking cupboard certainly needs to tidy up because I have the boxes from doing the Christmas baking that need to go back in there, and I still haven't got around to doing it because all of this needs tidying back up. So that is this afternoon's job, is to sort through all the kitchen cabinets, getting everything back in order for this new year, and also trying to sort out the kitchen side, like that stuff needs to go in recycling. But yeah, getting everything a bit more organised again in my kitchen. So let's do this. Now let's be real about this. In fact, it was a couple of days later that I finally decided to go through the cabinet. The boxes of cat food can stay there, but the tea towels need rearranging. There shouldn't be any spices out of date here. But as I say, there are jars here of chocolate spread that were out of date, and I placed them back in the cupboard to deal with another day. This also gave me the opportunity to wipe over everything with Zaflora. Right, now let's tackle the cereals. And the top shelf. I do know there are a few things on the shelf that can actually go. Anna, if you stood on the dining room chair and not your step stool, you would be able to reach that. This broke. So it's going to go. That's all I knew I needed to get rid of from that top shelf. I actually swapped the lid for one of the other ones and then took off that silicone holder and put it on my coffee mug. Time to sort through all of this. These got wait on there. These got gone. Cool style. Out of date as well. that expires tomorrow. Woo! I wasn't keen on these, and I'm not exactly going to start eating them by tomorrow, so let's do that. Oh, no, that's gone off. Hardly any left anyway, but oh, none of that. Right, let's get this all back in the cupboard. So I've just put all the spices back in the spice rack, and I've just put everything back on those raised shelf. There's so much more room there now. Got to put my water bottles back up there. Blender stuff goes up on that shelf because I don't use them that often. Hurrah! That cupboard is now done. And this is what I'm getting rid of just that double cupboard alone. When filming this, I had my washing machine on and you could hear it. But as I was saying, I did this cupboard out about a month ago when everything started falling out on me. So I know everything is fine in this cupboard. However, I do need to go through this. This shelf isn't too bad, but I just need to go and do the top. So let's do that. Now it's time to wipe out this cupboard. Again, now it's time to go through all these teas and hot chocolates. And put back what needs to go on that shelf. Now I always put on the upper shelves things that I hardly use as much, because that way I haven't got to keep getting up on the step stool and getting it up and down out of the cupboard. This orange hot chocolate needs to be used by the end of March, so it's going on the counter where I'll see it and I can use it up. And that is that cupboard now done. This is the cupboard that I keep putting off because it needs sorting out and it's that messy. Unfortunately, the washing machine was being very noisy at this moment in time when filming. I said I think it needs a tidy up. So let's tackle this cupboard once and for all. Now the shelf just needs a wipe out wherever I put my spray and cloth. Can you hear the jingle bells? Oh yes, blue has appeared. Those tins have got to go up there, but I can't remember how they went. Everything in this cupboard is like you have to play Tetris, so I think I'm going to have to ditch some stuff that I don't use. Now I do use this, so that's staying. That I bought because Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'm going to make some Valentine's Day cakes. It's also my dad's birthday, so I'm going to get cooking. So I need these to go back in the cupboard for me to get them out in just a few weeks' time. I've decided to keep 3 cake boards out of the 5 I had. Now I have lived in this house for nearly 10 years come May, and I've never once used this, so I'll ask my family friend if they want this back. I actually want to keep this so that I can use it for either making a cheesecake or even making a quiche in it. Of course, I will keep this mixing bowl because I need it for when I'm baking cakes and biscuits. In fact, I have a birthday cake to make for next month. Now from the step stool, I was able to plonk those bits on the top shelf. However, I do now need to climb up on the worktop and put them up there properly. Can you see why this cupboard gets in a mess? You can also see why I use this as a baking cupboard, because I hardly go in it, because it's harder to reach as it's where the worktops meet. I did see on a program called Sort Your Life Out that you can actually now get these pull down shelves. However, they are very, very expensive and you can't get much on them. So whilst I have the mobility to carry on climbing up and down this worktop, that's what I'm going to do. Right, that bit is dealt with. So that's the top shelf done. Hurrah! Now it is time to tackle this bottom shelf. Where do I begin without everything falling out on me? How many of you guys have got a load of these little dessert pots? I'm trying to work out what I can use them for. A bit later on I had a ping moment. Yep, let's use them for my snack pots. Because I've kept them with the lids. I don't want to chuck them because I know a lot of people find them of use. Let me know what you use these glass pots for. I was thinking of food. Again, like making little individual meals or something in them. Upon clearing out the cupboard and those tins that are on that bottom shelf, I found I actually had 7 of these little pots with lids. I could make 7 days worth of fruit snacks. Now I've just got to sort out all of this. Not long to Easter. Alexa, how many days until Easter?
Easter will start in 85 days, on Sunday the 17th of April 2022.
So in 85 days, I will need to get cracking and make the Easter biscuits. I saved you from watching me sorting everything out of these tins. Now to put everything back in this cupboard. At least this time it's more organised chaos than just shoved in and let it all fall out on me. That is so much better. Whether or not I'll be able to remember where I put everything, it's another matter. But wow, I opened that and I'm like, yes, that looks better. Okay, so the mixing bowl up there is a little bit precarious, but if I try and put it really flat, this door doesn't shut. But I'm happy with that. And this on this glass countertop is what I'm getting rid of. Well, when I say getting rid of, I will recycle or donate some other things to a charity shop. But yes, this is all going. So I'm going to use these pots for my snacks during the week. Now time to tackle this cupboard. To be honest, this cupboard didn't actually need much taking out of it and getting rid of. It just needed more of a wipe out. I'm going to get rid of the wok. I don't use it that often, and to be honest with you, it's seen better days, if you can see the bottom. And whenever I do a stir fry, I tend to do it in just that pan now, so I'm going to get rid of this. And now sort this bottom shelf out. I don't actually need to get rid of any of those plastic pots that I use for storing food in, but this cat basket needs sorting. Do you know what? I don't use that at all, so I'm going to get rid of that too. Now, my elderly client heard me get my purse out the other day to put my money away. And she heard this jingling-ling, and she was like, what's that noise? And I said, oh, it's the bells that I have hanging from my purse. She said, oh, I'd really like some of those for my purse. So as a Christmas present, I was going to give her a bell to put on her purse as part of the Christmas present. Well, we're now like, I think like the 23rd of January, and she was away for Christmas, and then I was obviously not working due to COVID with the numbers being high. But I actually saw her and did a clean for her yesterday, and it was Thursday evening when it dawned on me I hadn't actually sorted out her Christmas present. So I'm going to put that to one side, and I've got a couple of other little things lined up for her. I just hadn't bought them because of it being the COVID situation and she was away, so I've got to go out and get her Christmas present. It's available all year round. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this one that he lost and then we found? Yes. That was one we lost and then found, but the clip broke on it. Saved by the phone. My brother just called me. Yeah. So this actually, the glass bit broke and my neighbour found it on a shed roof. And all my neighbours know that blue tends to have red collars. So this is pretty much not going to clip on him anymore. So actually this can go. But I might take the bell off and give it to my client. More treats for Blue. See that clearer now. Perfect. Ta-da! This is what I'm getting rid of out of that little cupboard. Now excuse me whilst I go off and learn how to spell. Until the next video.